Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks in a large part to our partners at the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. Now, this rundown is dedicated to a fellow named Sticky Chronic Buds. I don't know what he's talking about. This friggin' channel rules. So informative, he says. Thank you, Sticky Chronic Buds. This rundown is all yours. E3 2017 doesn't kick off for another few days, but Nintendo's announcements may have leaked a little early. Looks like Nintendo will announce new Super Smash Bros. And Pikmin games for the Nintendo Switch during their E3 presentation next week. The leak comes from Best Buy Canada. Earlier today, they updated their website with new pages to tease soon-to-be-announced titles for the Switch, as well as the PS4 and Xbox One. As you can see, the pages just have placeholder images that read "to be revealed at E3", but if you dig a little deeper and mess around with the URLs for the images themselves, you find placeholder box art for a Super Smash Bros. Switch game, as well as an unannounced new Pikmin game called Pikmin World. This could be a mistake on Best Buy's part, but there have been rumors about a new game called Pikmin World in the past, so it doesn't seem that far-fetched. As for Smash Bros., the recent success of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe makes it very likely that Nintendo would want to re-release other Wii U games on the Switch, and Smash Bros. Would be right at the top of the list. We'll have to wait until Nintendo's E3 presentation on Tuesday to find out for sure. We'll be on the floor of E3 checking out all the new games from Nintendo and other publishers, so make sure you stay tuned to our channel for all the E3 goods. And the E3 leaks just keep on coming, but you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Earlier this week, artwork surfaced for an unannounced new Halo game called Halo Gravemind, leading to speculation that it would be announced during Microsoft's E3 press conference. Now, Microsoft themselves have denied this. Halo development director Frank O'Connor has denied the rumors, calling Halo Gravemind a bogus game and joking that the person who posted the image should be named Fakey McFakeskin. Microsoft has previously stated that they are working on a new Halo game, but it probably won't be unveiled for a while. We'll get to find out for sure during their press conference on Sunday. We do know that they will be showing off the more powerful Xbox One Project Scorpio, and hopefully we'll get a new look at Crackdown 3 as well. For the first time in history, you might be seeing a video game at the Academy Awards. The indie simulation game Everything, which was released on the PC and PS4 earlier this year, could be nominated for an Oscar. Well, sort of. A 10-minute promo video for the game was recently screened at the Viz Vienna Shorts Film Festival, and the video went on to win the jury prize for animation. This puts it on the shortlist to be nominated for Best Animated Short at the next Academy Awards, although we obviously won't know if it is until early 2018. The Everything promo video, which you're seeing right now, was made by the game's creator David O'Reilly using the same engine and assets that power the game. O'Reilly points out that this is the first time a game video like this has won such a prestigious award, and it probably won't be the last. The line between movies and video games has been getting blurrier and blurrier thanks to the rise of interactive films, and they'll only get more popular as virtual reality and augmented reality become more mainstream. One of the world's most heroic filmmakers is finally getting attention from the people behind the Oscars. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has held a special event to honor Superman and the Goonies director Richard Donner. Although Donner, now 87 years old, has never won an Oscar himself, the event paid tribute to the impact his films have had, with some of the biggest names in Hollywood taking the stage to discuss his legacy. Most notably were DC Comics Chief Creative Officer Jeff Johns and Marvel President Kevin Feige, who both got their start as interns for Donner. Jeff Johns points out that Donner's Superman is still the greatest superhero movie ever made, even though it's been almost 40 years since it was first released. And what might come as a bigger surprise, Kevin Feige revealed that Donner's Superman has inspired all of the Marvel movies, and they've rewatched it before making almost every one of them. Feige adds that Donner crafted the perfect superhero origin story, and it remains the archetype to this day. The fact that the heads of Marvel and DC could come together in perfect agreement says a lot. The lasting success of Donner's Superman, as well as the recent success of Wonder Woman, also indicates that the DC characters are better served by a more heroic type of movie, and not the more dark and depressing tone of Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad. Hopefully Jeff Johns steers things closer to the style of Donner's Superman now that he has a bigger role in the DC movie universe. We'll find out when Justice League hits theaters this November.
Shall we?
A classic video game character has found a new life and is making a comeback. The 90s platforming mascot Bubsy is getting an all-new game called Bubsy, the Woolies Strike Back. Never heard of Bubsy? Don't worry, many of you probably weren't even born when his last game came out. The last Bubsy title was released on the original PlayStation more than 21 years ago, and before that he had a handful of titles on the Super Nintendo, original Game Boy, Sega Genesis, and Atari Jaguar. So why is the character getting a new game after all this time? The original Bubsy games were published by a company called Accolade, which went under in the year 2000. The Accolade brand and their library are now owned by a company called Billionsoft, whose mission statement is to revive renowned game franchises by partnering with different developers. Bubsy the Woolies Strike Back will land on the PC and PS4 this fall. And a more recent side-scroller is making a comeback on a new platform as well. The Metroid-inspired Axiom Verge, first released on the PC and PS4 in 2015, will find its way to the Nintendo Switch later this summer. It will be available on the platform in the new Multiverse Edition, which includes the original game along with new bonus content like a developer commentary, making-of documentary, and deluxe art book. The new Multiverse Edition will also be released on other platforms that the game is already on, including, surprisingly, the Wii U and PlayStation Vita. The making of Axiom Verge is almost as interesting as the game itself. It was made almost entirely by one person, indie game maker Thomas Happ, over a period of 5 years. Happ says that he's looking forward to fans being able to see the development process when the making-of documentary arrives. Console gamers will be able to get their hands on a new Marvel adventure before the end of the month. The free-to-play MOBA game Marvel Heroes will smash its way to the PS4 and Xbox One on June 30th. It's technically been available on the PS4 in open beta since April, but this will be the final version of the game. The console release of Marvel Heroes has been a long time coming. The game was first released on the PC back in 2013 and has been rebranded several times, getting slight alterations to its title and payment methods. The console version is being called Marvel Heroes Omega, but unfortunately will have fewer characters, locations, and modes than the PC version. Developer Gazillion Entertainment says that they're scaling back the amount of content in order to make the console version more streamlined and straightforward. They plan to add more characters after launch. That does it for today's rundown. Remember, if you want to learn more about game design, visit our pals at VFS.edu. Now, we are going to be talking about E3 stuff all weekend long, and we'll be at the show next week. There is lots of big E3 news headed your way, but in the meantime, we've also got a lot of other videos for you to check out. If you dig them, hit subscribe, all right?